Hey, what's up, guys? So for the first time in forever, it feels like Clash Royale is getting phenomenal changes coming to the game. And it's cool to be able to talk about this and have a positive talk, but also a more nuanced conversation about the direction of the game. It's not just going to be as simple as good changes good, bad changes bad, and that's what I'm going to be doing for every single video to just get views. I really want to have a conversation with you guys about how I feel that the game is going and what direction we need to go for actually to make impactful change, because this is just a part of a wider scope. This change right now, this update that I'm about to cover, it needs to continue. Otherwise, I'm still going to feel like a statistic. I'm still going to feel like a number. I'm still going to feel kind of not necessarily listened to. So this is an amazing step in the right direction. I just want to get that off my chest before I cover the awesome changes, because I don't want you guys to think, oh my gosh, he's just, circle jerking an amazing update. And I do think this is a really good update, but we also have to acknowledge that we got to a bad spot and we're kind of retracing our steps here. Anyway, getting into business, let's talk about it. They said that they are listening to us and want to make the game better for all players. And they've been waiting and listening to see what happens. And also, it is interesting that they are definitely not just doing one thing. It's not like they're reworking hero goblins and they're making that better. They're literally impacting heroes, the baseline of the game, rewards, balancing, and also the economy that everyone was pissed about, right? Like, no one really wanted to jump into Clash Royale, pull a hero giant 5 times and just be like, well, guess I have to spend $15 on all the other heroes. That finally has changed. Let's break it all down here. So no more duplicate cards at max level. One of the worst feeling things in Clash Royale was just collecting crappy crystals that you weren't able to use. And then sometimes, like right now, I can't even use them. I have a fully like decked out account with crystals, and I feel like it's the next star points and all that crap. And they're finally saying, hey, this felt too punishing for many players, especially receiving duplicate level 16 cards. It felt like a straight up gotcha game that you're spending tons of money and hoping to re-roll the right stuff. And it's just, that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for a strategy game. So thank God they're removing that. So they're adding safeguards to reduce duplicates. If you are not maxed out, you are not going to receive duplicates of maxed out cards. So if you have less than 60 max level cards, that means that if you are higher level, maybe you have a lot more maxed out, then you are going to be reduced by 90%. There's still a chance that you are going to get a whole bunch of, extra stuff, and maybe you're going to not have as many resources like crystals if crystals are still added in the game. I feel like crystals are still there. Otherwise, they'd say they straight up removed it. But yeah, basically you get to max out your account first and get to enjoy every single card in the game, which is an amazing change. I'm super happy that that is the case. Now heroes are going to unlock earlier at Arena 5. Kind of funny. They feel like unlocking heroes can feel too far early on, especially for new players. This is one of those things that, I mean, hey, it's going to make them more money. It's straight up. If people get access to buy heroes more early on, then obviously if people have access, it's going to include, more money going to them just because of, the accessibility, right? I do think that it's good though as well if you count it for selfish content creators that are like, oh, we want to be able to show our decks and have everyone be able to play them. I mean, maybe it's good for views. But I don't know. I don't see like massive negatives here for everyone. If you are a under-leveled person and you are playing and you don't necessarily have access to the heroes, then it might really suck if you're trying to jump into other game modes and you don't have that. So, I mean, honestly, earlier access for everyone is generally a good thing. So it's mutually beneficial, and honestly, like, I think that's okay. The only downside of having heroes too early on is then it could be too complicated for people that are first starting off the game. So I'm sure they've tested this. I'm sure they've thought about this a lot, and I don't really see any downside here. And those are the types of changes that I do want to see. I want to see them make money on things that don't hurt us. That's my approach to things, by the way. Here's a huge win. Oh my gosh. We were talking about this to Supercell since the start of the idea. I saw the idea typed and I was like, nah, I am going to straight up quit the game if you make 3 evolutions in Clash Royale or 4 evolutions. Because, guys, remember, there was a special game mode with 4 evolutions. And I was looking at it, I was like, this crap sucks. It feels like a gimmicky game mode where every single card is overpowered and the rest of your cards are just cannon fodder. You're just cycling stupid skeletons or ice spirits and cheap cards to get to the cards that are broken, and the rest of the cards in the deck just don't feel meaningful. If I'm playing a strategy game, I want to make sure that half of my choices actually matter and it's not just 4 and I'm just not mindlessly cycling stuff. So it was always bad to have a ton of different things in the game that are just overpowered. I want every choice to still feel like it's impactful. And I'm so glad that they're reducing this. It makes the game a lot more fun for people that really care about the strategic integrity of Clash. And I'm glad that, they're not completely removing heroes as well. A lot of people, when they're adding suggestions to Clash Royale, they're just saying, hey, remove this feature. You can't just ask them to remove something that added the game. A lot of people spent money on heroes. A lot of people invested into heroes. A lot of people have been playing them for a while. If you remove heroes entirely, it would be actually tragic. It would be horrible for the game from a standpoint of investment from all of the players. Maybe heroes weren't the best option, but it's too late to remove that. And you got to be pragmatic when you're making suggestions. You can't just straight up tell them, hey, you guys are awful. You did a horrible thing. Do something that you can't do. Like, that's not how anything works. But yeah, they have also added this to ranked, challenges, trophy road, pretty much everywhere. So that's good. That's obviously where we want to be. Next, they're removing randomness from hero unlock. So heroes unlocking will no longer be random. Basically, if you are choosing heroes, it is a lot better. It's just, I can't tell you how many people ran up to me at card shows and Pokemon card conventions saying, yeah, Jake, what am I supposed to do? I have Hero Giant. I'm like, play Giant Graveyard. You can maybe play Giant Graveyard or Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A with the Giant. And then that would work. You can toss the Giant to the other side. If the opponent's going Giant into you, you can toss P.E.K.K.A to the other side. And then it's great. But in every other situation, like the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Hero Knight, it just felt so much better. And even the Hero Musketeer was probably one of the best heroes at the start when the turret was going zooming. And it was just attacking on the tower and taking it out as a win condition. So ultimately, you need to be able to choose your heroes. And thank God they listen to us, man. Everything that we asked for is finally happening now. And it feels great, but there's a lot of people that quit. So I don't know if it's too late for everyone to come back into the game. I don't know if people still feel slighted, but these are the changes. If it was added immediately, like at the start like this, there really wouldn't have been a dramatic downswing, right? So we just need them to listen to us, and we need this to continue. They're also unlocking a free hero for everyone. To support the transition from random to chosen heroes, they're going to grant 200 free hero fragments to all the players who have already passed the hero unlock step at Arena 5. So you're going to be able to have that claimable for 3 months as well. That's actually amazing. Like the fact that it's not just like a weekend thing or something that's just like a normal, like, hey, we're giving things out. And then it's just there for a little bit of time. And then people forget and then they're not there. And then they leave. And then they're like, wait, I don't have access to this anymore. They're like, but technically you could have unlocked on this day, at this time, and you could have got it. That's usually how these stupid events happen and work. But they're not really getting greedy with it. Like it seems like this is a full on apology update that has no negatives from what I've seen. Every single change is good. And it's important to say that. Like, I don't want people to straight up say, oh, wow, this update's like, meh. You got to give them at least positive feedback when this happens. And you also need to re-encourage, like, hey, we need more of this in the future. Otherwise, we're not going to trust you. Like, we can't have another update that's bad after this. It needs a lot of positive momentum because, if you look at viewership from almost every content creator, it has dropped to 1/5 of what it was before. And that's also very synchronous with the people playing the game, like a lot of the diehard core community feels hurt right now. And we need a lot more of this. This music in my ears. It makes me happy to see this. And new evolutions are starting to come in April. There will be no evolution in May. But yeah, hey guys, look at that. In April, we're going to get evolutions again. It feels like Clash Royale always had the little toy that they were playing with for a little bit, monetizing that. And then as soon as there was a big new flashy toy, they dropped the other one, let it drown, and never played with it anymore. You guys remember that meme? It's just one of those things where they're now starting to have cards be playable in different routes where you can either use heroes or evolutions. And I didn't really talk about it too much in the slot here, but they're removing one of the hero slots and allowing one of the slots to be a flex slot. So there's going to be one spot for evolutions, one spot for hero or champion, and a third spot you could either use a evolution or a hero or a champion. So there's a flex spot in there, and that's cool because obviously evolutions weren't near as good as heroes ever. So it's important that evolutions are starting to get added back in the game because it's more balanced, more fair gameplay, and also it's nice that there aren't people going to be spamming as many heroes with broken evolutions as well. So now there's going to be 5 cards in the deck that are, actually like feeling a little bit more balanced than the 3 overpowered broken cards that are carrying the game. It's going to make Clash Royale just feel more stable and less crazily dynamic where you lose the game to stupid stuff all the time. So I just want to talk about that. I really like evolutions because it takes time to get to the broken card. It's not like you're just randomly cycling a hero or Evo Inferno Dragon, I guess. Right now, you're not able to drop that and then like have the opponent not have any reset and they lose. You have to cycle 2 card cycles to get to that broken thing that ruins the game for the opponent if they don't have the correct cards in hand. And then if they kill it and, they overcommit, they, have a lot more time to worry about that and get prepared for the next one. So that was like one of my favorite things. I really like evolutions. I think they're pretty well balanced. I like that they take a time to get to, and I just don't really fundamentally like heroes. So I'm glad that, they're actually adding the thing that I like, and I think a lot of you guys like as well. Next thing, we've got 5-star lucky chest improvements. So they didn't really feel as rewarding or as exciting as they should. So they haven't really told us what they're going to do, but obviously no one really likes the duplicates. No one really likes the cosmetics besides me, because, I already had a pretty hefty account size, right? But it's just one of those things where every single time on my mini account, I hit a 5-star lucky drop and I got crap. I was like, damn, all right, well, I feel like I got scammed. Like, it's just such a bad experience for everyone that plays the game. So I'm glad they're reworking that. Roadmap moving forward. This isn't everything we've planned on for the year. Stay tuned for socials for what's next. Basically, they're saying we're looking to build the next chapter together, which is promising, right? Like from my perspective, inside looking out towards you guys, seeing what Supercell has been saying to us. Obviously, a lot of times, so for the past like year, they've just ignored us, right? Like straight up, a lot of the feedback with the hero slot that I have literally told them, and every content creator in the chat has told them since the very start of the idea, they were locked into that decision making. I really hope moving forward, they're going to be more transparent with content creators and the people that have played the game a lot more, so we can actually give them feedback before changes are cemented and absolutely forced to go in the game. Because I'm straight up, guys, what has happened in Clash Royale, for every update since I can remember, as someone that has played this game since the start, way before Riley and Ian and all those guys that are amazing content creators were even in the game as content creators. I think like OJ, me, B-Rad, and B-Rad freaking left. He's like pissed off. Essentially what was happening is we would give feedback and then the update was already done. And then there's no point of feedback, right? Like what the hell are we giving feedback for if the game is already going to be that way no matter what? So it seems like they might have gotten the memo that we are building the next chapter together. And also from all the messages that I've seen from Slack, by the way, the community managers that we have are freaking amazing. Like they are so interactive with us right now. And it seems like the team actually wants to make a change. I don't want to get too hyped up. I don't want to get too gassed up because obviously we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the people at the higher up are just going to like not listen to the changes, not listen to us in the future. But I do think that they're trying to be more transparent with us, and hopefully they take our advice for the future. I know people like B-Rad are really fed up with it because they've dealt with it for as long as I have. And, it is mentally draining, right? To not get listened to. He says, expected after the revenue drop. Changes all seem good to me. He does like all the changes. But again, the thing is, like, a lot of people are kind of jaded from the standpoint of like, they needed to do it because the revenue drops. So this is like a last resort change. Hopefully more amazing changes like this continue to happen because damn does the community need to feel listened to, and hopefully we get more stuff like this for a huge rebound. The harsh reality is we're gonna have to wait and see. Is Clash Royale gonna try to maximize profits on each player, trying to build an update that no one really wants to play, but increases their profit margin for like a specific month? So maybe those employees can be like, hey, I made a huge impact. Look at me. I deserve to get a promotion because I made the company more revenue. Or is it going to be like, wait, we need to build the best game possible so we retain players, have the biggest content creators like Jinxie actually enjoy playing the game, which is basically free marketing. And when more people are playing over a longer period of time, it definitely generates the game more money, because those people, if they feel like they're getting perceived value in the game, spending money on a fair pass Royale or fair upgrades and not getting milked every moment, they're going to be spending more money on the game, and they're just going to be making millions of more dollars. So will Clash Royale recognize that? Will they do that? It's in their best interest too. And will they listen to us, the players that are most connected in the game? I hope so. We'll have to wait and see. Truthfully, we do not want to be taking multiple steps back and steps forward. We want to be enjoying and looking forward to every single update. And when that happens, I think that Clash Royale will probably be the best game in the world again. And I say again because I truthfully feel like it was for many, many years. And I still enjoy it more than any other game out there. So you guys let me know down in the comment section. What do you guys think? Are you optimistic? I hope so, because I mean, the community managers are awesome. It seems like, this is a step in the right direction, and I want to give them praise, but I also reluctantly have to be really honest about it. I have to be real about the situation of where we are. We're kind of retracing steps of a bad update and not getting things that we really got that were new, that were fun. It's just like getting back what we had. So hopefully the next few steps will be forward in a positive direction. If that happens, I feel like this game has limitless potential. So yeah, interested to hear what you guys say down below in the comment section. I love y'all no matter what you guys are doing. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and peace out, Girl Scouts.